What is up,
I've gone
everyone?
to like four. Never mind. I'm done.
Shut up. Welcome back.
I mean, what? Why? Why?
I can't even do the intro. Welcome back to another episode of Man Bites Film, episode 53. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. I'm sorry, I will let you talk about your Oreos in a second. We got the Oreo. We got the Oreo man over here, Mr. William.
No, I'm not the Oreo man. I'm the Oreo-less man because I live on a damn island that does not carry. It's got a bodega on every damn corner, but forbid any of them carry damn Game of Thrones Oreo special edition, limited edition cookies.
Jesus Christ, I felt like
I hate you, New York.
I felt like William
What's
just
the
lost
point of
breath.
limited edition any type of consumer food unless the box is a limited edition or something like that?
It is. The container is also limited edition.
Is it the same
And-
plastic retainer container that?
Yeah. By the way,
And the man who thinks that this is all very, very dumb, my lovely cousin Lewis.
Hey guys.
As always, if you are joining us, we are a weekly movie podcast where we talk about movie news. We review one movie together.
And
we
today
review
especially, you have to have at least a 1 to 2 drink minimum while watching us because, oh my god,
Who the
I'm
hell's
saying
watching
watching us.
we're a podcast.
They're watching you through
Apparently,
your
you already had 1 or 2 drink minimums.
phone. Oh,
and it's
I've
gonna
had
be
3.
that kind of show.
Oh, yes, it is. That
And
kind of show.
We review 3 movies at the end, each individually, and we also have our new segment, The Movie Bucket List. So, Lewis, take it away with the movie news. Woo!
All right, there's some awesome trailer that came out today. And no, I'm not talking about the animated Lion King. I am talking about the Addams Family animated
dear
movie.
God, that
Have you heard that people are complaining how Oscar Isaac's character looks? So Oscar Isaac, is voicing what's his name? The dad. Jesus Christ, I just blanked out on his name.
you
help
suck at life.
Help me out here, guys.
We're just staring at you, judging you.
Just please.
Yeah.
I forgot it's Morticia and Gomez.
Oh,
Gomez.
yeah,
Gomez.
There you go.
Thank you.
The hands out for you.
So Oscar Isaac, he voices Gomez, and he looks like short and like stubby in the film. So people are complaining of how he looks, that he should look more attractive, which I found pretty funny.
Okay, well, okay. I'm not.
Okay.
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 You need to look.
Cue the
more
fat boy.
Okay. Fuck you guys. That is fat shaming, you skinny bastard. Put some hair on your head.
Did you just say welcome to Thunderdome?
What? No. He said, "Oh my God."
Is William Tina Turner in the?
I'm a private dancer for money.
Let those rows go.
Oh my God.
No.
So yeah, William, what were you
I don't have a problem
saying?
with his voice. I don't have a problem with the fact
I thought
that
you were
he's
talking about me.
overweight. No, I'm just going to ignore you and just keep going. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the fact that he looks like the Russian spy from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
Okay?
Yes,
Like,
he does. Oh my God, that's so right.
Right? You're welcome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Like, the entire time, I honestly think this movie's going to tank.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
it is. It is. It's gonna be god awful.
Oh, speaking.
But B, the entire time I'm going to go see this movie because I'm bitching about it, but I'm going to have to go see this movie. I'm going to be like, where's Rocky and Bullwinkle? Like,
Oh my-
anytime now, can we get Rocky
Yo.
and Bullwinkle to come out?
Right?
Speaking of movie tanking, I feel like another movie that's gonna tank really badly is Hellboy.
I don't know.
Okay, so Hellboy, real quick. I got tickets for a, like how the movies come out on Thursday nights now, not necessarily
Yes.
just Friday.
Yeah.
So Shazam had a laundry list of showtimes. Okay, obviously,
Okay.
Endgame has like 2 pages worth of showtimes.
Okay.
Hellboy has 4.
Dude, nothing
Showtimes.
nothing
2
against
lineup,
Hellboy.
2 regular.
Jesus.
In New York City.
nothing against Hellboy. It looks fine, and I'm glad that they're going down like the more like rated R path. But I just feel with Endgame right around the corner, and Shazam, and any other superhero movies that I'm forgetting at the moment.
There's probably a bunch.
Honestly, with those two specifically Endgame, I feel like Hellboy is just gonna tank like really badly. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it is what it is.
They I don't know who was brainchild of going, hey, let's release our movie after Captain Marvel and after Shazam, but before like 2 weeks prior to Endgame because it's gonna make us money.
Nothing against Captain Marvel. I think I would enjoy Hellboy more, but I've heard very good things about Shazam, and of course Endgame is Endgame.
Great.
I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard Shazam is like literally everyone's like, this is what DC should do.
Yep.
Literally. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about it.
They did Justice League like they did Shazam. Justice League would have broke $1 billion.
That is the perfect segue now. Let's talk about the new movie that's starring Dave Bautista, directed by Zack Snyder, Army of the Dead. This is going to be a new Netflix movie that is supposed to be like their crossover into trying to do something that could make it big in the actual box office. So they're going to be releasing it on the box office as well. And
William, I'm so proud of you for the segues, dude. You're getting so much better at them, bro. Can we have a round of applause for William over here?
Woo! So this is called the most kick-ass, self-aware, but not a wink to the camera way, balls to the wall, zombie freak show that anyone has ever seen.
Interesting.
So I don't know how I feel about it.
I think the silence says it all. We were all like, okay.
It's directed by Zack Snyder and with Dave Bautista. So unless Dave Bautista could pull off a Rock, I doubt this is going to be good. Because I'm sorry, but anything The Rock is in is actually pretty damn good. And I'm kind of...
What?
Speaking of...
Have you seen what was that Beast movie that came out? Rampage?
Rampage.
I actually liked Rampage. I was having this conversation with John's wife, and it's actually, if you take it for what it is an enjoyable movie.
Skyscraper was basically a poor man's...
Oh, come on.
No, Skyscraper was a poor man's Die Hard.
It was not.
It was. Fuck you, it was.
Moving on.
Okay, so next
Lion
thing...
King. Can we actually talk about good movies? Can we talk Lion King?
No one cares about the Lion King except you, William.
All right, so let's talk about the animated Lion King.
It's not animated.
I'm sorry, buddy. Was that a little too aggressive? My apologies.
You hurt my feelings. My butt now hurts.
Okay, animated Lion King.
So they finally dropped like a full-length trailer with like Scar and Timon and Pumbaa and Zazu. It looks good.
Oh yeah, it does. For being an animated movie.
Really good. It's live action.
Tell me where the live action is?
It's CGI of real animals. That's not live action.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Not live action. At all.
You can never, in all honesty, you can never do The Lion King truly in live action. That'd be fucking impossible.
I would love to see those trained animals if they do.
Right? If they could train animals to do that, holy shit. But that is probably impossible. So yeah, we're never gonna get a real life Lion King. That's never gonna happen.
I would pay to say Rafiki. Actual monkey dude. That would be awesome.
In the middle of the movie, he starts throwing shit at everybody.
Oh man. So, okay, talking about another live actual live action animated movie that's actually going to be coming out is
Wait, that was redundant. You said actual live, but animated? What?
it's a remake of an animated movie.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So John Cho is actually going to be a lead
Yes.
for Cowboy Bebop the movie.
No, it's a TV show on Netflix. Is it? It's
Mm.
an. I know what you're talking about. I am so
Is it?
so cautiously optimistic because it's probably gonna be a hot piece of doo doo. Because for anyone that has never seen Cowboy Bebop, it's my favorite anime of all time. It's very short. It's 26 episodes, and it's amazing. It's
It is
like
badass.
it's such an awesome anime.
really
It's like
good.
jazz mixed with like bounty hunters in space. Go watch it. It's amazing. But I just feel like they can't transfer that to like a live action. It's anime, dude. You can't transfer anime to live action. It's just weird. It's
I don't
really
know. We'll see. We'll see if they can do
Speaking
it.
of being cautiously optimistic, have you
there's
guys
so many segues this show. Go on, William.
have you guys seen that they have announced a what's his name? The Arrow Boy from Endgame.
Excuse me?
Renner. Jeremy Renner's
Oh,
character.
yeah. What about him? Ronan?
No, before Ronan.
What do you mean before? What?
What the hell is his name? What the hell is his name?
Oh, the
Avengers?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Something with a bird,
They
yeah.
have announced a Hawkeye series with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Disney Plus. Yeah.
What you guys
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about that?
Sure, if you're a fan of Hawkeye. I honestly, I'm not gonna be getting the Disney Plus unless the only thing that really catches my eye in Disney Plus is the Mandalorian live action TV show they're doing. But even then, I'm like, it doesn't justify me paying like the subscription fee for.
How about
it,
the
so
Obi-Wan series that they're planning on doing too?
I haven't heard anything about that, but that'd be cool. Like literally, I don't care about Loki. I know like Loki's getting his own TV series, and I think so is Scarlet Witch, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it going to be a reality show?
Yo, I want to see the Avengers reality show.
Oh, perfect segue. Yes! The best Avenger ever is getting a remake and
I know
has
what you're talking
been
about.
officially...
No, shut up. Just
No,
let him
this has
finish.
been officially announced that they are remaking the classic film of an Avenger. I'll give you guys one guess. Come on.
I know what I'm gonna say. What it is? Can I say it, Lewis?
No, Dank. William, say
Shit.
what it is.
We've name dropped them.
I already
twice.
said. I said Iron Man.
No.
Nope.
Hey, me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
ready.
yeah.
Toxic Avenger.
Yes! The Toxic Avenger, the most amazing Avenger of all of them, is getting an official remake. And oh my god, I am super excited about this.
Have you ever seen it, William?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the Toxic Avenger. Toxie is coming to the big screen. And with a huge budget by Legendary Pictures, directed by Mackin Blair.
That's a cool name.
Right?
That's a really
Sounds
that's
like a
really
food
cool
name.
Mac and Blake, dude. It sounds like your mac and cheese, but like they're on a whole nother level. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make fun of your name. Like your name sounds really badass. Just saying.
So this guy hasn't done much other than I Don't Feel at Home in the World Anymore, which is actually a pretty good movie. But he's been an actor in a lot of really amazing movies, in my opinion. A lot of independent films. So he's going to have a pretty good idea of what to do and all that stuff. And then this story is actually a very good story. And I'm excited to see it on the big screen, honestly. So, yes. William, what did you think of Toxic Avenger when you saw it?
I mean, it's been so long. Like I enjoyed it back then for what it was.
It's just ridiculous. It's a fun time.
I think it was like a B-rated movie, I guess.
Oh,
what you call it?
Oh,
But
Troma is never B-rated. Never. Troma is A-rated, always.
you say so.
So, talking about a B-rate actor.
God, the segues! I can't.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna make my head explode. It's too much for me, dude.
So they are trying to make a love story of Agatha Christie. It's called Knives Out. This is directed by Ryan Johnson, and
The author Agatha Christie.
yes,
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be like a twisted Hitchcock meets Agatha Christie style movie with Ryan Johnson directing it, Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Toni Collette, Jamie Lee Curtis, Lakeitha Stanfield, and Michael Shannon are going to be in it.
Nice.
Yes.
I actually like her books a lot. They're really good. If you
Yeah,
like
they
murder
are.
mystery stuff, it's pretty. I remember I had to read And Then There Were None for school when I was in high school.
Ooh, yes, that was good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah,
So-
that's a movie, you said?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
going to be a movie.
I thought it was a TV show. My bad.
Nope. And that wraps up everything that I got.
Game of Thrones Sunday, be there.
Be there. The fair. Sorry. Dude, Lewis, please tell me that like hit some feel inside of you.
Oh, hell yeah, of course.
Oh, dude.
That was my first job.
That was your first job. So, for anyone that does not live in the Miami area, that was a jingle from a TV commercial of the Miami-Dade Youth Fair, and oh man, when I would hear that on TV, it would make me so happy.
Wait, what jingle are you talking about?
The fair, be there, the fair. That was a whole jingle. Yeah, and Lewis, that was his first job. I think you were picking up garbage.
Yep. I was a fucking janitor.
Sorry.
Hey, we all started somewhere.
Such a piece of shit.
Hey, would you rather pick up shit or would you rather be shit on?
I like
Pick
to take pick up shit for 200, Alex.
Alex fucking Trebek.
Alex fucking Trebek, dude. I hope he's doing okay, man.
Yo, did you guys see the record breaker? Like $110,000 single day record
On Jeopardy?
on Jeopardy. 110,904, and
Jesus.
My God.
the guy did it on purpose. Like when he bet the final score or for the final thing, he did it on purpose because if you take the numbers 110904, it's his daughter's birthday.
Doo doo doo. It's like the Illuminati sign.
Yeah, right.
Yo, speaking of Jeopardy, I was.
What was that? You sounded like the Tasmanian devil.
Oh my God! You know what? Just let me speak for a second. I don't know if I brought this up on the show. If I did, let me know. I apologize. I was watching Wheel of Fortune with my dad the other day, and I hadn't seen it in a while, and I was like, oh, I wonder how Pat Sajak and Vanna White look. Yo, those people have made a deal with the devil, 'cause they don't age.
Yo, for
Like,
real.
they look the same. It's so creepy. And, dude, Pat Sajak is 72 and Vanna White's like 60-something. They don't age, dude. They, like, literally made, like, a blood pact with the devil, and they have eternal youth. But, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I just found it funny. But,
Like
all right.
Morgan Freeman, too.
Yes, Morgan Freeman definitely has made a deal with the devil.
I mean-
Well, actually, with God.
Paul Rudd is not really aging much either. The
That's
guy's
right.
like 50 and he looks like he's 30.
True?
What's her face? Oh my God, the chick
Scarlett
from
Johansson?
no. Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, she
Oh,
looks
yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good, too. Excuse me.
Seriously, she doesn't age. I don't see a wrinkle. I don't see a freaking.
Jennifer Aniston is like the next Maggie Smith. Like,
My
Jesse
cousin.
come knocking on the door and just give him a look, and he'll be like, you know what? Never mind. I'll be back in another.
My cousin just reminded me of, like, I imagine him with, like, imagine my cousin as Charlie Day's character from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That's
with,
not
like,
that hard.
with like the meme of him like trying to explain something, like, I just don't understand it. She doesn't have any wrinkles. Like, oh man. But all right.
Is that the guy with the meme with like the map and like?
Yes, yeah. That meme. Exactly.
I don't watch Always Sunny, so I don't know. But
Blasphemy.
It's a really good show. It's
like
dry as
Captain
hell.
America, I got the reference.
It's a really good show, but it's dry. It's definitely not for everybody.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Danny DeVito.
Yes, Danny DeVito's on a whole nother level in that show. But whatever, that's for another day.
Yes,
All right, guys. Stay tuned after this quick little break, and we're going to come at you with our new segment, not so new anymore, the movie bucket list.
Woo! Yay! Is it live?
All right, guys, welcome back for our new, not so new segment, the movie bucket list, where William brings us one movie off of these posters that he has, and we debate if it should or should not be on said list. So, William, what is the movie this week?
This week's movie is of enormous proportions.
Oh, dear
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that a fat joke?
Wow. You just spared no expense on that joke, did you?
Oh, I see where you're going.
Must think faster. Must think faster.
I'm trying to come up with a pun, but it's not happening.
No, it is not. That's why you would die and you would get eaten by the raptors, because this week's movie is Jurassic Park.
Woo!
Yes.
No, I just want...
Listening, I am officially coming to MegaCon, and I am bringing Dr. Hammond with me. And my friend that has been my dinosaur for the past 2 years is going to be there as well as my dinosaur. But she may be debuting a new dinosaur.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
Are we going to do the same thing that we did last time? Put the
Muscle
boombox
faster.
behind
Yeah, we
us?
do every year. And every year we try to do it a little bit different. Like the first year, we had just like me running through the two people, dinosaurs chasing me. Last year, we had the guy on the Jeep going first, then me running, then the dinosaur, and this guy with a trumpet. It is great. If
Yes.
on my cosplay page, I believe I have it on there. This guy had a trumpet, and he would play the theme or whatever cosplay was in front of him.
Badly.
Yeah, well, but he starts playing, right, he sees what's happening, and he starts playing the theme to Jurassic Park, and the camera was still rolling, which was perfect. So I'm hoping it's something like that happens again. But back to the original point, Jurassic Park is this week's bucket list.
Yes, it is.
I wish, not that you're gonna do it, but I wish like you would put just a sequence of Ian just laughing, which is what's this guy, Jeff Goldblum's character, just laughing, the ha ha, that really weird laugh he does in the movie.
Well, I'm sure that if he looks hard enough, Lewis can find a way.
I'm not trying. Jesus Christ.
God damn it. The dad jokes. Jesus.
And it was so great because he had
No, they're not.
I just love my reaction, like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's that, like, fuck, I walked into it.
Yep, I did. I really did. Okay.
So good.
I'm going to flat out say this already from my first sentence of this movie. This movie definitely deserves to be on this list.
Yeah. Yes.
Jurassic Park is fucking
Especially
incredible.
if you're doing it in a class about CGI and you show that this is what was done in 93.
CGI mixed with animatronics, which is incredible. Like, it's done both very well.
And guess what? This movie was actually still edited by Michael Cann on a fucking flatbed.
Savage. What a savage.
Flatbed. Dude, it was reel-to-reel cutting
by hand, basically,
with
like
scissors and tape.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's very difficult and very time-consuming.
Yeah, every Spielberg film that he worked on until Minority Report was cut on a flatbed.
Hmm.
Every Spielberg film, if you could imagine that, go through those titles and think, and you'll be like, wow.
Saving Private Ryan, Jurassic
Yep.
Park, Jaws, E.T.
All those, man.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
He wasn't on Indiana Jones. That wasn't Can.
Oh, it wasn't him? Okay. But yeah, going back, Jurassic Park is... Honestly, it's like any kid that likes dinosaurs' dream. You know, it would be their dream to go to a park about, dinosaurs. But then it definitely does not work out proper. And also has some great scenes. You know, clever girl.
My mistake. Indiana Jones is edited by Michael Kahn.
There
Sorry.
you go. Also, one of my favorite scenes is when Samuel Jackson's character is trying to decipher like Dennis Nedry's like password, and it's like say the magic word, and he's like, please. I love that scene for some odd reason. According to William's dad joke, the life finds a way. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame. Honestly, it's a really awesome movie.
They're throwing shame. See, nobody cares.
It's a good movie. I would say the sequel's good too. Then after that, Jurassic Park 3 is garbage.
I like the third one for what it is. It's campy, but it's whatever.
Wake up, Alan. When the raptor talks, I'm out, dude. I'm out. Okay, I can't.
Alan.
Wake up, Alan. I can't.
Yo, I'm surprised that nobody has done oh my god, I just thought about it. You know that little video of the meerkat that's like, Alan. And
Yes.
I'm surprised nobody has done that with a dinosaur.
Yo, actually, that kind of sounds like the raptors. You know that that weird ass sound they make when they're like calling each other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Honestly, fantastic movie. CGI is incredible for the time. The animatronics are incredible.
I don't know if you guys watched this in theaters, but I remember watching this in theaters.
I did not know.
And oh my god, it was a spectacle amongst itself. And it was like this amazing movie to watch in theaters, because it was actually also one of the first times where they were actually using Dolby Digital. And
all right, going back to Jurassic, also John Williams' score is oh
my god.
Dude,
oh
what?
Oh my god, it is, dude, like the theme, it's like Jaws. It's something that when you hear, you're like, instantly you think of Jurassic Park, you know?
It's
also
beautiful.
Anybody who's into classical music, there's one of my favorite violinists, modern day violinist, is Taylor Davis. And she plays a beautiful...
Yes, she does.
It's just the violin. There's really not... There's a little bit of an orchestra behind, but not as grand as John Williams. Slow-moving theme of Jurassic Park that is amazing. Listen to it. She also plays a beautiful rendition of Game of Thrones. But staying on subject, Jurassic Park, if you haven't heard it, go listen to it, because it's soothing, and you would think Jurassic Park theme is not really soothing, but this one really is. She does a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah. That first. Okay, so my favorite scene of Jurassic Park by far is that first intro scene where the whole crew is coming out of the car and they see the Brontosauruses for the first time, and then the music swells.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
That scene,
like the reveal of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dude, it gives me chills every time. Every time I watch it.
My favorite scene is the ending when they're in the helicopter, and also when at the end when the T-Rex grabs the raptor and like throws it, and the banner comes down.
Yeah.
I think I've talked about this on the show before. But I absolutely adore Jurassic Park, and it should definitely be on like the top 100 movies you should watch before you die. And if you haven't seen it yet, shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame.
This is Game of Thrones. Shame.
There's dinosaurs.
All right, so that's a unanimous yes. It should definitely be on this
We are
list.
unanimous this week. Yes, we are.
Yes.
That is a hell fuck yes.
Yes, exactly. All right, guys. So stay tuned after this quick little break when we come at you live with our main segment of our show, the main review, which is Blackhawk Down. Alright guys, welcome back for the main segment of our show, the main review, which is Blackhawk Down, a war movie, a 2001 war movie directed by Ridley Scott with a huge cast. I had forgotten how many people are in this movie. There's a lot of movie. Dude, actually, I hadn't seen this movie in a long time, and I completely forgotten that Tom Hardy is in this movie. Is everyone there?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Everyone got really... I was like, hello? Yeah, Tom Hardy's the one that's...
we all secretly abandoned your ass.
Tom Hardy's the one with the deaf guy. The one that makes the guy deaf. Because he has a giant machine gun.
And Jason Isaacs. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett.
So, I mean, you have Josh Hartnett, Eric Bana, Edward McGregor, Tom Sizemore,
Dude.
Orlando Bloom, William Fichtner, Tom Hardy,
Dude.
Sam Shepard, Kim Coates, Jason Isaacs is in it. It's
why? What is it with Eric Bana's like accent in this movie that really throws me off?
I don't know. Like it really, yeah.
Right? There's something really weird about his accent. I'm like, yo, you're trying way too hard to put on like a southern accent, or what I think sounds like a southern accent. Maybe it's like something completely different. But I'm just like,
I don't know, but I think one of my favorite characters in this whole movie is Ewan Bremer, the one that plays Nelson, the one that gets deaf. I love him. He is awesome.
Dude, not only he plays a deaf guy in this movie, but he also has my favorite scene in Pearl Harbor when he stutters and says that the Japs are here.
Yeah.
As they proceed to shoot into the barracks.
He always plays the like dumbfounded, stupid character. Like, what happened?
Really does. Yo, what was it with Tom Sizemore that he loved like war movies around this time? He did Saving Private Ryan. He did this one. Like, what's going on, my dude?
I don't know. He had a type.
Yeah,
I guess he had a type before he went into rehab.
Oh, did he go into rehab?
Yeah, Tom Sizemore hasn't been in anything in a long time because he's had a very well-known drug. I don't know if it was alcohol as well, but definitely drug addiction. I forget who it was, but a couple of his celebrity friends have tried to help him out and clean up his act. Last I heard, he was clean, but he went through if you look at his movies, he goes through a period of time where he just does not make movies for a while.
Yeah.
And that's because he was going through rehab to try and clean up his act. Like, he hasn't really done anything major in a long, long time. I'm looking at his movie list right now. Black Hawk Down seems to be that, and Pearl Harbor seems to be the
Well, he's in
last.
Pearl Harbor too. I completely forgot about that.
So, wait, he was in a movie called Born Killers in 2005. Huh?
No, man, he was in Pearl Harbor 2, as in like TOO.
As well.
Like also.
There's a Pearl Harbor 2?
Oh, dude.
Sorry. Poor choice of words on my part. My apologies. So,
I was like, what?
So what do you... Yeah, go ahead, William.
No, I was going to say, like, between 2001 and 2005, he's done, like, one movie, and then the next thing that is listed is 2016. So he went, like, 11 years without really doing anything.
Yeah, that's... I actually read up, he just recently, in, like, January, got arrested for possession of drugs.
Okay, so apparently he fell off the horse.
Yeah. So, back to Black Hawk Down. What do you guys think of this movie?
I love it.
Phenomenal.
It's my favorite war movie of all time.
Really? And why is that?
It's because at the time, all right. So at the time, it wasn't like Saving Private Ryan was like a huge box office hit.
Yes.
Pearl Harbor was Pearl Harbor. This was based on a true story, obviously, and it's as real as it got, to the point where like they show the Marine getting pulled out of the chopper and dragged around the streets of Mogadishu. This happened while I was still living in Europe. I saw this unfold on television. This is not something that was sugar coated. This is not something that I saw this happen real time.
You're talking about like the actual battle, or you're talking about
like the actual event.
Like I remember this
of
too.
Blackhawk Down.
Yeah,
like
the
they were
battle
televised in
Mogadishu.
Europe, unedited, and it's one of those like memories of like I saw them pull that Marine out or that soldier out of the
Wow.
chopper on national television.
Oh,
Well, this
thankfully
was
I didn't see that.
And it stayed with me, and I didn't put one and one together until that scene. And that's when I realized, like, this is something I witnessed. Like, this is something
Are
that's
you-
true.
Are you talking about the scene, which I think is like this, honestly, the saddest scene in the movie, when when the two snipers go to like protect the pilot, and one of them
Yeah.
gets killed, and then
So one of them gets killed and gets dragged out.
Yeah, and they, like-
strip him and
yes,
they drag him.
that is like the most hardcore scene in that movie. Like, there's something so
It is.
visceral about it, like the way they grab him, like he's dead, and they just like they're like, yeah,
And-
like we killed him, and it's like
and
Jesus.
I'm glad that they kept it in the movie and that it made the movie, because up until then, everybody was talking about like the poor Somalis and how they were being oppressed and all this and all that.
Yeah,
And then on international, because it wasn't just national, but it was on international televisions
yeah.
in Europe, you watch these people were trying to raise money for, literally drag out another human being and drag them through the streets of Mogadishu.
this
like,
was right
They
after like
tied him to
Desert
the back
Storm.
of a Jeep and drove across the city while he was being dragged.
This was right
and-
after like Desert Storm, Desert Shield, right? Like this.
Yep.
It
Okay.
was right before that, like right around that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Clinton was already in office, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so it was after Gulf War.
It was after the
it
Gulf War.
was
Yeah.
soon after the Gulf War. I want to say it was like 1992 when this happened. But I remember like those images just like they stayed with me, and when I finally like when I saw that scene, I'm like it literally like it just clicked, and I was like, oh, wait a sec, okay, and I don't know, and then taking away from just the fact that it's based on reality, just like the cast is amazing, the special effects are great,
Yeah.
like
The movie.
the flow of the of the movie, there's never like once they start the mission Irene, there's never really a downtime. There's
Yeah, but-
enough downtime to show you when they're trying to save the soldier in the middle of the night, when they're hiding out, but other than that, it really like it feels like you are in the middle of this.
But also, it
and
takes
how
like 40
they felt.
minutes for them to get to mission to Irene, basically. It's like
Huh?
it's like 40 minutes before the mission starts in the movie.
Yeah, seriously.
It's
It's
I mean,
40
it's a
minutes, but it's
good
40
while.
minutes well spent.
It's not
It
bad.
is.
I'm not saying that it's bad in any sense of like.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm just saying like it takes a while in 40 minutes in a 2.5 hour movie is still a pretty sizable chunk of the film, for it to start. To like, for instance, to give you an example, like Saving Private Ryan right off the bat starts, then it kind of slows down. This is like the complete opposite. It starts slow, and then it kind of builds up to this mission. But once, like William says, the mission starts, it doesn't stop for the remainder of the film, basically.
And
I
love the
agree.
scene where, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree 100%. This movie, it's fast paced. It's very much like the what do you call it, Saving Private Ryan style of movie, that it's kind of like gritty, raw, and it has this sense of you're there and you are literally a fly on the wall watching this picture. It is really Scott going back to what he does best, which is gritty, awesome, amazing, like kind of in your face movies,
Is
and this is very much like that.
Is it just me? Maybe I'm just desensitized. Like, I didn't find this movie to be that violent.
It's not.
There are scenes that are violent.
Not violent. It's graphic, though.
Yeah, there are scenes that are graphic, like when the guy gets shot in the cheek in the.
When the guy gets blown up.
When the guy gets blown up and he
yeah.
goes to reach underneath, and the camera pans down,
Yes.
and you see the bottom part of his bottom half of his body missing.
Yeah.
Or when Tom Sizemore sees the hand on the ground and just casually picks up the hand and puts it in his
bag.
satchel.
Yeah, in his satchel. Yeah.
And they drive off, and I think it's because, like, to me, I mean, yes, you have like Saving Private Ryan and all these other movies. To me, this was one of the first war movies where it really depicted the horrors of war.
Yeah.
You know, there is no hero that comes out of this. There is no singular person. You know, the fact that they have such a huge cast, there isn't one man that comes out on top. You know, like with Saving Private Ryan, it's like, that's great. Tom Hanks is, you know, the main focus. And then everybody around him, the surrounding cast, which, again, an incredible cast in Saving Private Ryan. Here, everybody has their story to tell.
You wouldn't say that Josh Hartnett is like the main character, though, of this movie? Because I would.
Like, he is, but then once the mission starts and they get separated, he's no longer the centerpiece, because you have his platoon that is trying to keep the main, crash land. Was it the first crash landing?
Yeah, it's the first crash site. Yeah,
safe. Then you have the one with the deaf guy that's trying to find left behind, and now they're trying to find their way through the streets of Mogadishu. Then you have the snipers that are like, we want to go secure the second crash location.
Dude,
and then you also have, to a lesser degree, Central Command and what the general is going through and what he has to go through to try and make sure that all his men get back home safe. And then, he's like, the Pakistanis are giving him a hard time because he didn't tell them they were going to go do this. And he's supposed to tell them, look, tell them, go fuck yourself. We need your help. Let's do this, because right now I don't have time for this shit. And he does an amazing job doing that as well. He's great. So yes, I mean, it starts with Josh Hartnett is the name on the billboard, but once the mission starts and it goes to shit, once the mission goes the way of Bran Stark or go out the window,
oh my
over.
God. My thing with these movies is like not to get political or not political is the wrong word, but like every time I see these movies, like specifically the part with like the snipers when they're trying to like save the pilot, that has the broken leg,
I thought that was the most full of shit of the, like, not full of shit, but it was kind of like I didn't give a shit when it happened.
No, I have the complete opposite. Like, the entire time I'm watching the scene, I'm like, dude, they know they're gonna die. They are not gonna get. There was too many people. They cannot. They're just trying to buy time, basically, and it just sucks to know that, like, yes, it's a movie, but those two people, like William said earlier, were actual people, and that pilot was is an actual person.
I just, like, in the movie itself, and this is no disrespect at all to the soldiers that did fight and all that stuff. 100% it's completely respectable. And oh my God, the sacrifice that they did.
Yeah.
But this is in regards to the actual movie itself. I didn't feel for the characters. The director Ridley Scott did not make me feel for those characters. It's the weakest part in the movie, in my opinion.
I don't like. I can see what you're saying, but also like that part when, like we were talking about earlier, when they drag him out, it's like there's no sympathy. There's no regards to life. It's just like, haha, we killed this American, and it's just so brutal and visceral that it's like, fuck,
One scene I do love in the movie is after they pull him out, the other sniper, or I think he was the pilot, actually.
The one with the broken leg that they hit him or
The
whatever,
guy with the broken leg, they take him as prisoner.
and he starts grabbing the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the exchange between him and his captor. It's, like these two worlds have already collided, but now it's kind of like there's a war going outside, but it's almost like a diplomatic exchange of words.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're talking to each other. The guy offers him a cigarette, offers him something to eat, where it's like, yes, you see them as animals because mob mentality, but then you have these higher ups that they tell him, in Somalia, killing is negotiating, whereas in the American guy is like, oh, my country will never negotiate with terrorists, blah 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 blah. And it's like it's this two completely different worlds, but in a moment of war, or in a time of war between the two factions, there's a moment of absolute peace, even though the circumstances are not peaceful ones, to where you see that when you put the guns down, people can be diplomatic with each other, which I thought was a very, very well filmed scene and very well placed. But
I was so happy that he, like, the actual soldier made it home. They actually let him go.
Seriously.
Yeah. So the saddest scene is definitely like the sniper, but also like when the kid dies, the one with that, like, he gets his aorta severed in his leg.
Oh, yeah.
That one really got to me too. There was a couple tearjerker moments, like I've said on the show before. The older I get, man, shit just hits home way more.
I don't know.
It only gets worse from here, man.
Dude,
I think the scene that got me the most emotional was definitely the scene with the kid that got his leg severed. That part was like, oh, damn.
Also, I really like the conversation between Eric Bana's character and Josh Hartnett, like at the end when he's telling him, like, why are you going out? And he's like, it's not that I enjoy war. It's about that I want to protect my friends, my fellow soldiers. I think that's like the best exchange in the film.
And it's also on their way, when they finally all get out of there, on their way back to the base, where they all have to stop because this father, or he looks to be a grandfather, is crossing the street and he's carrying the body of that boy.
Yeah.
Shows
that scene is intense, dude.
There's collateral damage on both sides.
And also, like, the scene when the black soldier, the American soldier's like, don't pick up the weapon to the lady, and she picks it up and he has to kill her.
Because it's, kill or be killed.
Yeah.
But, it shows you, like I said, this movie does not, like, obviously war movies are always seen as propaganda, and they're always seen as, come join because you can maybe be a hero and have a movie made out for you, and God knows, whatever. This movie is like, yeah, okay, come be a soldier for the U.S. Army. That's great. But this is what you could get yourself into. Like, this is the shit that you could see. And it's not fun.
War is not fun, man. War is
hell.
War is hell, exactly. That's the best way to describe it.
And this was one other, and I believe this came out before Saving Private Ryan. But
this is after. Saving Private Ryan came out in like '98. This was 2001.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, my bad.
Right. Yeah, this is after.
But again, it's like you said, Saving Private Ryan. It's balls to the walls at the beginning because it's D-Day.
Yeah.
And it's D-Day, which is great, but it shows you some war that happened 40-something years ago. This is at the time, this is modern day. This is happening right now. This is with our weapons right now around the world. This is what's going on. You want to join? That's great. But I don't know, the whole, I could literally sit here and talk about this and break this movie down piece by piece and talk about it. But
that's a good movie.
One of my favorite war movies, and I'm glad. I'm truly glad that you picked it.
Awesome.
Yeah, same.
Awesome.
Same. Definitely.
I actually had a fear. Not that like you guys wouldn't enjoy the movie, but that you'd be like, oh, why'd you choose that? Like, like in the sense of like, that's a really well-known movie. Like, why would you choose that? So I was really glad and happy when you guys were like,
It's-
"Oh, awesome! Yeah, let's watch Blackhawk."
It's a well-known movie, but it's not a movie that is easily. All right, how can I put it? Not many people appreciate the movie for what it is.
Mhm.
Because of Saving Private Ryan, it's always lived in the shadow of it.
I like
So-
I
agree.
personally like Saving Private Ryan more, but I'm one of those people that like I'm not like romanticizing war or whatnot, but like I do like World War II. Like you know how there's that
I prefer World War II movies. Honestly, Saving Private Ryan is probably not the best one of the World War II movies.
no,
in
it's
my
not.
opinion.
But I enjoy that film for what it is. I don't know.
But-
like,
What's one of your favorite World War II movies?
This is going to
Off
be
the
a
top of your head.
very unpopular choice, but Tora Tora Tora.
okay.
Oh hell yes! I don't know why you think it'd be unpopular. I
That's a
agree
good
with
movie.
you. That is a beautiful, well-made movie.
I mean, it's shot in both points of view.
We all know.
It's
We all know that the best World War II movie is Pearl Harbor. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So, by the way, in case you didn't know, this is Brandon's last show with us.
No, I'm
We're
kidding.
going to be going through some creative differences in the
Dude,
coming weeks.
Pearl Harbor, other than Pearl Harbor, that movie is
the 30 minutes.
yeah, that movie is
the
trash.
2.5 fucking 45-minute
Ugh.
goddamn epic, dude.
But yeah, you were saying
Yeah.
about Tora Tora that they show it from both sides.
Yeah, they show it from both sides. They show it in the perspective of the Japanese, and then also in the Americans. And actually, Kurosawa had a hand in that.
Oh, really?
The director, yeah, he actually directed half of the movie.
oh,
half-
Yeah, he
with
did.
the
He directed
Japanese.
the Japanese side.
So that whole scene with Yamamoto and all that stuff, that's why Toshiro I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Toshiro Mifune is in the movie. Let me just make sure.
that's awesome.
But yeah, Tora 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 is. Oh
There's
my
something
God.
like, not to get into like war, but like there's something just, I don't know, man. World War II is like not a special war, but it was like there was so much at stake. Like, life as we know it would have been very different. So it's like you weren't fighting for your country. It was like you were fighting for the world at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I honestly, Black Hawk Down, I probably give an 8 out of 10,
I'd agree.
8.5 out of 10.
I'd say an 8. 8 for me. William?
Sweet.
9.
9?
9.
9! Sorry.
I did not see that coming.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, I make the
Wow.
same joke. Hold on. I make the same joke every time I give it a 9 point out of 10. And now you say, wow, you just caught on? Wow.
Wow.
All right, guys. Stay tuned after this quick little break when we come at you, not live,
Not live.
with the final segment of our show, the individual reviews. All right, guys, welcome back for the final segment of our show, the not live individual reviews. I'm going to be the first this week, and I'm going to be reviewing a comedy, which, so recently I got Hulu, and I don't know what for the life of me came over me, but I decided to watch Baywatch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, dear God in heaven.
Oh.
It was so bad.
Why did you waste
It
time?
was so bad. I was at work. It was a slow day. I was bored. I was like, you know what? I'll watch this. Thinking that it was going to be something like 21 Jump Street. I like 21 Jump Street, right? I those like rated R raunchy comedies, sometimes they're either hit or miss. They're either really good or like really bad. This one's really bad. Like really, really bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Ready? Duh.
William, do you like 21 Jump Street?
Yes.
Okay. So
That one and the sequel were good.
yeah, those were good. So I kind of
like
came in thinking, Lewis, do you like 21 Jump Street?
I like the first one. That's it.
Okay. So we are all unanimous in saying that 21 Jump Street is good. So I kind of came in thinking, oh shit, Baywatch might be something like 21 Jump Street, a raunchy kind of shitty but good, rated R comedy. No, it was very bad. Very, very bad. The humor's just not there. It's like...
You, bro?
Are you okay, William?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you shooting somebody right now?
I'm not doing anything right now.
That was weird. Yeah, the humor just wasn't there. Like, there were a couple times where I chuckled, but I was just like, overall, this movie's like really bad.
So, okay,
yeah, go ahead.
I stomached through this one
Okay, gotcha.
because God is really, really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Really bad. But honestly, the most enjoyable part was Zac Efron and The Rock. That was the only part that I actually enjoyed.
The best part of that movie is when they play with the guy's dick, which out of context is really weird. That is the best part, when the Rock tells him to grab the guy's scrotum and check his taint. That is the best part. Everything other than that is really bad. They're kind of just like trying to like milk, Baywatch for what it is. Like they try to like make fun of the whole slow motion running thing, that they're in slow motion, and then the actual like David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson are in even more slow motion, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. I don't know, man. The movies are just really bad. Don't waste your time. They're much better.
Yeah.
I'll never watch The Room again.
The Room is not a bad movie. I said it. It's so bad it's good. That is The Room. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on this podcast, but
Nope.
We unanimously disagree.
I thought my cousin would be the saving grace for The Room, but I guess not.
Oh God, no! That movie is horrible.
It is bad. It's really bad, but it's kind of good at the same time because it's a train wreck that you kind of want to see. But whatever.
No.
That's for another day.
It's a train wreck I avoid.
That's for another day. So yeah, if you're gonna watch a raunchy rated R comedy, go watch like 21 Jump Street. Don't waste your time with Baywatch. Or go watch Baywatch the show. Do yourself a favor. Yeah.
At least the intro.
Or at least the intro. But yeah.
It's like Miami Vice. The only good episode of Miami Vice is the first one, and then the intro thereafter.
Oh my god, that show. Yeah, so Baywatch, no bueno. Don't waste your time. I wasted it for you. Don't do that. Next.
What rating do you give this?
Oh, probably like a 3 or a 4.
I'll give it a 2.
I think that's the lowest rating I've ever given on the show, by the way. Just to let everybody know. So yeah. Who's next? Which one of you?
William.
Oh, I'm going next?
Yes.
Okay. So
Did you just call him a fat bitch?
I watched a movie that really came
said
out like
sandwich.
Oh my god. I understood fat bitch and you said sandwich. Jesus.
Wow.
Freudian slip
Sorry,
there.
my bad.
Fat shaming left and right today.
Go ahead.
So, anyway.
Moving on.
Moving on. So I decided to watch a movie that came out a couple of days ago, literally fresh, brand new, on Netflix. It's called The Highwaymen.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yes.
Starring two of my favorite actors. Well, my mom's favorite actor, but I like him as well. Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson.
Yes. Yes.
And they play the two Texas Rangers that are responsible for the death. I was going to say almost a capture. They didn't really capture them. The ambush that ultimately killed Bonnie and Clyde. This movie is good.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
With Kathy Bates, too.
Kathy Bates plays Ma, which is the governor at the time in Texas.
Yes. It's so much fun.
Kathy Bates at her best. I can't even just overall like this entire movie. It's something like I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to give anything away. I mean, obviously the end result is the end result. There's no, taking away from it. But the acting is really good. There's a lot of talking, and there's really no action till the very end, obviously. But the depiction and how everything comes to fruition, it's one of those. It's a 2-hour, 20-minute movie, and it does not feel like it's that long of a movie.
It does not.
That's good to hear.
Okay, so this is directed by John Lee Hancock, which, if anybody knows him and his career, he started off majorly with The Rookie, which is a good movie. I will actually say this is a good movie. The Alamo, which was a piece of shit. Then The Blind Side, which was a good movie. Then followed by Saving Mr. Banks, which was god-awful. Then
Wait, what? You didn't like Saving Mr. Banks?
I did not.
Okay. We'll have to talk about it at some point.
Oh, yeah. Then one of my favorite, I think this was my number 1 or 2 for 2016, The Founder. So this was on the heels of The Founder, and I was like, oh, God, if this guy continues with his pattern, this is going to be a god-awful movie. And I was so happy.
You didn't like The Founder?
I love The Founder. It was my number 1 or 2.
Every other movie he makes is not a good movie.
Oh.
Every other movie. So this would have been that every other movie. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. Let's see where this is going to go. And I was so excited that he broke his streak.
This is really nice to hear because I was curious. I saw the trailer somewhere and I was like, oh, this looks, good. But I'm always kind of cautiously optimistic with Netflix movies because they tend to be, nowhere in the middle. It's kind of like it's really bad or it's good. So now I should watch this movie.
This movie was definitely really good.
Awesome.
And I highly recommend it. Woody Harrelson at his best. Kevin Costner playing the usual Kevin Costner. He's very, I wouldn't say bold, he's very bodyguard Kevin Costner. If I were to associate him with another movie.
Yes, he is.
He has that dry sense of humor, trying to be funny, but he's funny in his own mind.
My favorite.
It reminded me a lot of The Untouchables.
Yes, it did. Very much. If I were
to really put him in a different movie, this was a really good version. Not The Untouchables were bad, but a very well-made version of The Untouchables. So if you enjoyed that movie, you will definitely enjoy this movie. Also because it doesn't depict Bonnie and Clyde as the lovable, heroes. Bad people that they made them out to be back in the time. They were seen as heroes.
Yeah.
But you see how they didn't give a shit. If they were going to kill you, they were going to kill you, and they took pleasure out of it. Bonnie, there's this one scene where they're looking at a crime scene, and they realize that the guy that had originally been shot had fell on his face, and the tracks that were left showed that Bonnie literally had gone up to him and flipped him around before she shot him in the face.
Yep.
Goddamn.
This is the kind of outlaws that these people were. And there's this wonderful scene between Clyde's father and Kevin Costner, where they talk about how growing up, Clyde wasn't like this and whatnot, and then Kevin Costner just shuts down that theory. Very well done, which I was a very well touched, well made scene. But like I said, this movie is great. It really is. Go watch it. Spend a couple of hours. Watch it with people, especially if you're a historian.
Yes.
Watch it with people that like history, especially like gangsters. Mm-hmm. You will have some time to talk about it. A lot of people.
My recommendation for it is if you've ever seen Road to Perdition.
Yes. This
is very similar to that. It's very much that style. It has very much the same pacing even. It is slow and methodical, but it's slow and methodical for a reason, because they're hunting this person down. And oh my god, the scene with what's his face sitting outside of the house in like contemplative thought, I love that. That was just beautifully done and so good. It did something for me. I don't know why, but that, and then the scene, just the chemistry between the two main actors is bar none the best part of the movie.
It really is. And Woody Harrelson is at his best. He's like that southern,
Contemplative.
like washed up, or in his mind washed up personality. And it's when they took down Bonnie and Clyde, throughout history, a lot of people said that they had used excessive force, that, like they had riddled the car with bullets and they could have taken them alive. But by the standards of this movie, you understand why taking them, and even Clyde's own father knows that there will be no taking them alive. They will die in a hail of bullets, and that's dangerous. How it's supposed to be. In this movie, you understand why, because they didn't care. As long as they had a breath in them, they were going to always be a threat.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah. I was very, for a movie that's based on gangsters and like action and whatnot, and there's no action. It's a lot of talking till the very end. I was very entertained. It kept my focus the entire time, and I thoroughly liked it. The cast is great. The acting is great. Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson just
sing.
The costuming, even it was great. It really is.
It's Texas Rangers, dude, done right. It's great.
And the chemistry between the two of them is very well done too. So
yeah, 100% agree. I would probably give it a 8 out of 10.
Okay,
nice. I gotta check it out then. That's good to hear.
Check it out and let us know, because it's really good.
Awesome.
Yes.
Right,
so it's my
round
turn
it out,
now.
baby. Round it out.
God, I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna regret
Okay.
it.
So I'm going to be talking about a documentary again.
God damn.
And
we're out of time.
This is a documentary about the company that brought us James Gunn, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Samuel L. Jackson, J.J. Abrams, Oliver Stone, Kevin Costner, Vanna White, and Marissa Tomei.
Speaking of Vanna White. Sorry. Okay.
Which, yes. And this was the company started by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz back in 1974. And this is Troma Entertainment. Oh, for all those people that love Troma, here it is. This is the documentary for you. This is called Greetings from Tromaville. And it is a 2-hour epic documentary with Kaufman as the main person, obviously, talking, because he's just it's awesome and amazing to listen to. His insight on independent film and everything is very, very powerful, and he continues that message in this. I've had the absolute 100% pleasure of having a conversation with Lloyd Kaufman, and this is who he is, boys and girls. This is exactly who he is. He is this person that he hates the main studio system. He fought against the rating system that the United States put on his movies, and he married the movie commissioner in New York. Which that in itself is just hilarious. And his wife helped produce a bunch of the Troma films. during when they first got married and everything. And oh my god, if you've never heard of Troma films, first of all, what the hell's wrong with you? Second of all, Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High, Oversex Rug Suckers from Mars, Poultrygeist, and so many more. There is over 1,000 films in the Troma catalog.
Brandon, can you hear his hard on?
Dude,
starting,
seriously,
or
like, my man, relax. I'm
not kidding you. I have seen probably at least 200 to 300 films of Troma, and I love them all. They're so campy and so great. And I remember watching them when I was a kid. Like, it was Kevin Smith movies and Troma. We watched this all the time. We would have parties and drink and just watch these god-awful movies and go to the theater to watch them.
We do not condone underage drinking. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, that's great.
And I love the films that they do because they're fun. They're enjoyable films that you can watch together, but they also have a very positive message. Toxic Avenger, what is it about? It's about bullying. It's about how you could stand up to people and all that stuff. It's his version of a comic book character. 20 years, 30 years before comic book movies were a big thing. And it's movies that, yes, they are fun, they are great, they are this, they're that, but they are also with heart. And I think that's what Lloyd Kaufman puts different than most B filmmakers and producers, is that he actually puts a heart into these movies, and there's actual positive message rather than Sharknado, which is just bullshit. This, you could actually find a positive message in it, and I think that's what sets them apart from a lot of others. These are films that are done well but bad at the same time, if that makes sense.
Sorry, I was about to be like, settle down, dude. Your erection is way too much right now, dude. Settle down.
I literally got my headset, walked to get water, came back, and was
yes.
So, what do you call it? Any of these movies are actually streaming on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, there's a lot. I think there's about 7 or 8 movies currently from the Troma collection that are streaming on Amazon Prime. So you can watch them on there if you want.
So what he's trying to say is that for the next 7 to 8 weeks, he's going to be reviewing Troma movies.
Please don't say that, because I'm going to kill myself. Please.
Lord of the Rings.
All right, guys. So, you didn't give a rating. What did you give?
Oh, this was a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Gotcha. All right. So, thank you, everyone, for listening to our show. Of course, if you enjoy our show, listen...
Hold on. Will you?
Oh, wait.
What movie are we going to be watching next week?
True. I was going to say it after, but yeah, you can go ahead, William. That's fine.
Speaking of Amazon Prime...
Hey, do we have to rent the movie, though?
Yeah, right?
So a couple of weeks ago, I had tried, when it was, I think it was like my turn, 3 weeks ago, when it was my turn to pick a movie, I tried to go for a 00 movie, but apparently you had to rent it and spend money.
By the way, speaking of 007 movies, if you have Hulu has a bunch of them.
Exactly, because that's the movie I'm going to pick.
Hey.
Right? So, I was going to go for Goldfinger last time, but we couldn't because it had to be rented. But Hulu is streaming Goldfinger.
There you go.
Great. Okay.
So we're going to go with Goldfinger, one of my favorite Bond movies.
My cousin's reaction. My God, dude, you hate Goldfinger that much? Jesus.
I just don't care for 007 movies.
Really? Are you one of those that prefers like Mission Impossible to 007?
No, not really. I really don't care for 007 movies.
Gotcha.
What?
It doesn't matter. We'll talk about this next week. All right, guys. So as I was saying, if you enjoyed our show, thank you for listening. and of course listen to our other shows. We have Doctor Who in Review with Anisha and everybody else at Diversely Geek. We also have our other show, Man Bites Retro, which I was on recently in 2 episodes. You should check that out. Nah, you should check out all the episodes, not the ones that I'm only in. It's fine. I'm kidding. Also, check out John on Narcotic Casserole on YouTube. What were you saying, William?
I'm just saying. Also.
Yeah, and of course, thank you, William.
You're very welcome. Don't forget, Game of Thrones season 8, 2 days away.
Yes, 2 days away. And also, people will be seeing you at Comic-Con. If you see MegaCon. If you see William as John Hammond at MegaCon, say hi to him. Say hi to him and say that you're a fan. That'd be really nice, actually. That'd be cool. And of course, if you see my cousin,
I've had that happen a couple of times, which it catches me so off guard and it makes me smile, and I'm like, oh, I'm like that. Like I don't want to say like that's adorable. It's like it's like thank you.
Yeah.
Like it's like. Sweet.
Also, if you see my cousin, he's cool too. But, it's all about William. No, I'm kidding. Thanks, Lewis, for joining us as always.
Thank you, Brandon.
As always, I am Brandon, and we will see you guys on the next episode of Man Bites Film.
Toodles.